Hankinson for the point. Back to Benner through the block and down. Field goal. Back to Bass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Monday as the Region 1 Volleyball tournament continues to roll on from Central Cass High School, where we have 2 tickets already punched to the semifinals. Is number 1 seed Northern Cass with a 3-set sweep over Wymer-Lidgewood. They will square off with number 4 Hankinson, who swept number 5 seed Fargo Oak Grove in our last match, 25-22, 25-21, and 25-21. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. Still to come here in about 15 minutes away from the opening serve between Sargent County and Central Cass. The nightcap will feature Kindred and Richland. Chase Miller alongside Joel Morgan, Reggie Funk running the camera. And Joel, so far it's been all chalk here today. There's only been 1 seed that wasn't the higher to win, and that was Wymer-Lidgewood in a play-in match. You called that one out in Tower City on Friday, but since then it's been all chalk, and also a little bit of a surprise, not to say that teams fall and you go, wasn't expecting it, but a top 10 ranked team in Class B volleyball, Lemoore Litchfield, a squad that beat Central Cass earlier this season, goes down in their region quarterfinals out in Region 3 to Strasburg, Zeeland. The Clippers 3-2. So what do you make of kind of some of these scores coming in? Dickinson Trendy, a top 10 team, advanced early out in Region 7. There hasn't been really a lot of surprises, but that one so far with Lemoore Litchfield really stands out over in Region 3.
Yeah, and that's the last handful or so years, that region has just been such a tough region to get out of. And we're close to the situation with Region 1 where we're not close enough that we're not, being truthful about it. But Region 1 is a tough competitive region. But that region, I mean, there was a stretch there where you're looking at, Lemoore Litchfield Marion was the dominant run with their 3 state championships not too long ago. But there were some teams in that mix there who you think that maybe could be a team that could also come out of there and win a state championship. So I'm surprised but not surprised with how tough that region has been historically throughout the last few years. But, we talk about Region 1 right now being all chalk. It's been higher seeds winning with the exception of Wymer-Lidgewood. But something to note of that is that Wymer-Lidgewood lost today. They played very strong against Northern Cass. You look at the last set, you can say, yeah, it was chalk, but the last match, I should say, Hankinson had to come back twice to win the first 2 sets. That third set was really the only set where you felt that they were kind of running away with things. So, the first one, Wymer-Lidgewood played tough against Northern Cass. You're looking at the last one, teams were playing tough. So there has been some tough volleyballs. It's just a handful of plays going one way or another, which you can say about volleyball on any given night.
It's going to be a lot of fun to see what this match between Central Cass and Sargent County brings. Earlier this season, taking a look at the series history, Central Cass won a week ago today in Castleton to close out the regular season against Sargent County. So 2 teams that are very familiar with one each other. Since the co-op for Sargent County formed with Milner, Gwinner, alongside with Sargent County, so North Sargent area, Central Cass is 2-0 all-time against the Bulldogs. Still to come, we'll take a look at out-of-town scores as well, get you a recap of what happened up in Region 2 earlier today. 2 teams have punched their ticket as well. Preview what's still to come here at the Region 1 Volleyball Tournament. That's all ahead on our Irie Insurance pregame show here on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
Well, thank you very much for tuning in to Region 1 Volleyball. Here we have the semifinals tomorrow night. 6 o'clock is the scheduled opening serve for semifinal number 1 against Northern Cass and Hankinson. Then we'll have the third place match on Thursday with the championship as well. So 2 semis and Thursday respectively. That all leads into the Dakota Bowl on Friday to close out the football portion of the state of North Dakota for the fall season. And then make sure you go to your live event to see what else we have upcoming for the winter season. Hockey, wrestling, and alongside basketball as well. And Joel, before we dive into more of our Irie Insurance pregame show, wrestling, and particularly Central Cass girls wrestling in the state of North Dakota, should be a lot of fun to see that sport continue here, not just in Central Cass. Obviously, Travis Lamar and Central Cass has had a ton of females come out and ladies come out the last couple of years, but it should be fun for them to have their own version of a state championship.
It's funny that you bring that up because I just had a conversation with Coach Lamar literally about 10 minutes ago, and I brought up the fact that it is I asked him about the schedule for women's or his girls wrestling program to see if we can get some of those broadcasts on. But the thing about it is he said he had 18 come out to practice today. So they have a good amount. Lisbon's looking to have a team. It's a sport that's growing. I know that they have their own state tournament now. So it is nice to see that growth coming here, and hopefully we can get some of those broadcasts on your live event.
It's going to be fun to see what continues here as, you just get more and more sports to grow. Kind of very reminiscent, I think, Joel, to softball, right? Softball in the state of North Dakota that just kind of continue to grow throughout.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a sport that's growing. Collegiately, it's growing. We're seeing programs like Jamestown. University of Jamestown has a wrestling program. Women's wrestling is just growing exponentially. I got a chance the first year of the NAI women's wrestling tournament to go out there and see just how big that sport is in some of these regions. It's now nice to see it coming here, and schools like Central Cass and Lisbon and others that are able to have women's wrestling teams.
Region 2 earlier today, number 1 seed Thompson over Park River Fordville Lincoln 3-0. And how about this, the 4-5 matchup from Northwood, number 4 seed Grafton 3, Cavalier 2, the number 5 seed. So that went the full 5 sets. So Thompson and Grafton tomorrow night at 5:30 out in Region 2. Joel, take a look at this. We mentioned in our last game how Hankinson was playing really well. Oak Grove kind of stumbling down the stretch, but they played against a really good competition in Shanley and Fargo South. Sargent County, a team that has won 4 of their last 5 games to close out the regular season. They're 13-8-1, 5-6 in regional play this year. Their lone loss during that little streak that they're on is a loss to Central Cass as they swept the Enderlin Eagles in Region 1 play from Gwinner in the play-in game on Friday. On the opposite side for the Squirrels, they've won 5 straight with wins against Tri-State, Grafton, Kindred, Richland, and Sargent County. Their last loss against the Thompson Tommies, a top 10 ranked team in the state, on October the 7th. Losses this year for the Squirrels, a 5-setter against Northern Cass. They lost 3-0 against Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, and Thompson. The Squirrels 18-4 so far in the season, 10-1 in Region 1 play. Joel, both teams are playing really well when you need them to here in the month of November.
Yeah, Sargent County is playing some good volleyball. Central Cass has been playing great all year, and you look at those losses that they have on their record, and they are, a coach will tell you there's no such thing as a quality loss, but they were losses against quality opponents, and that's the biggest opportunity for your program to learn and grow and gauge where you sit with the state. So, but again, it comes down to this postseason, or it comes down to how you want to play here at the postseason, and I think I wouldn't spell out Sargent County's opportunities to maybe pull the first upset we've seen at this round of the tournament.
Sargent County has yet to make the state tournament as a co-op. In 2002, North Sargent made state. Milner and Sargent Central never made the state tournament, respectively, as this co-op has now formed. On the opposite side for Central Cass, 15 state tournament appearances. The last came in 2017. Their last state title in 2011. over the Stanley Blue Jays, 3-0. They played in the winter against Mayport CG in the 2021-22 season because they had a spring and a fall. Moving it from the spring to fall, they played Mayport CG. They lost once in the spring, but they came back and won in the fall. So that would have been a fun time if you're a volleyball player, Joel. Kind of feels like J.O. in the spring and you go right into your school sport in the fall a little bit.
Yeah, those transition periods that have come with the growth of women's sports have called for some interesting moments like that in the history.
Final thing here, Joel, on our Irie Insurance pregame show from the first two games earlier today. You saw, Northern Cass take set number one easily, 25-11, but hung on with 25-22, 25-22, respectively. Emma Lucas led the floor for Northern Cass with 14 kills. Hankinson 3-0 over Oak Grove, 25-22, 25-21, and 25-21. Kaya Malkin double digits with kills to lead the way. Furch had a nice balanced attack as well for Hankinson. Anything surprise you, or did some particular player stand out to you from what you saw in the first two matches? I mentioned to you earlier, I think Emma Lucas and Kaya Malk, two girls without question, talking to coaches throughout the season, that probably a senior athlete of the award, so to speak, in Region 1. There's a couple more that we're going to see here later tonight with these teams, but anything stand out to you from the first two matches, Joel?
I think the scoring did, the way Wyoming-Lidgerwood played on that side of it, the comeback from Hankinson. But I think in terms, if you're talking about the big dogs coming out to play at the right time, I think all the teams needed to rely on their big players to have big games, and I think they responded at the moments that they needed them to.
He's Joel Morgan. I'm Chase Miller. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. Reggie Funk handling the camera. We're back after this with the starting lineups and the opening serve. It's game number 3, quarterfinal round number 3 between Central Cass and Sargent County. Winner advances to the semifinals tomorrow night at 7:30 right here on your live event.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils, because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
As we're back here, as we get to our starting lineups here on your live event, let's take a look as we get ready to play a little bit more for this particular contest. Sargent County, they're going to roll like this. Hannah Diley is the libero at 5'2". Jamie Bope, the junior, at 5'6". Elena Beck, the senior, at 5'8", outside hitter. Sheridan McKeever, a senior center, at 5'7". Sarah Martinson, the 5'11" senior middle hitter. Annika Nelson, the senior 5'10" middle hitter. And Elena Anderson, the sophomore rear hitter, at 5'10". Jenna Anderson, the head coach for the Sargent County Bulldogs, on the right of your screen, out in those silver uniforms here for Sargent County. 13-8-1 overall record, 5-6 here in Region 1 play as we go from Sargent County down to Central Cass, the team clad in red on the left-hand side of your screen. Alyssa Kozowski is the head coach, 10-1 mark in Region 1 play. Their only loss to number 1 seed in Northern Cass. Kayla Gibson, the junior setter, at 5'4". Claire Cotton, the 5'9" junior outside hitter. Delaney Cotton, the 5'9" rear hitter. Kaylee McKinnon, an outside hitter, at 5'9" as well. Jalen Cotton, a senior middle blocker, at 5'11". DeConte Smith, a junior middle blocker, at 5'9". And Tori Richter, the libero, a 5'6" junior here for Central Cass. A lot of these girls you're also going to make note of in Region 1 basketball, which should be a lot of fun here in a couple months as well. Sargent County and Central Cass, these two teams playing really well as of late. The winner of this contest will play the winner of our next one. Joe Morgan will have the call with Kindred and Richland. Taking a look for Sargent County, they lost 3-2 against Kindred. They also lost 3-2 against Richland. On the opposite side for Central Cass, they were able to beat Richland and able to beat Kindred so far this season. On Thursday, we'll announce the Region Player of the Year, also the Coach of the Year, and then we'll get to the quarterfinal draws, as that will be coming up on Friday during the Dakota Bowl. Class B state quarterfinal game times at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 7 o'clock respectively. And final thing, Joel, you know if Northern Cass probably wins in the latest Associated Press Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association poll, they're more than likely going to be the 1 seed. But can a Central Cass, who's in the top 10, can a Kindred, who's been, in and around the top 10, where would you put one of those to win a very quality region? You feel like whoever wins this region should earn a top 5 seed, correct?
Yeah, and I would think so. That would be the position that they get. Is I would think that you're a 1, at least a 2, but just with how many teams, top 10 teams are in Region 1 right now, any team that comes out of this region, I believe, should be the 1 seed going into that tournament.
And it's going to be fun to see what happens. We've so far been all chalk here today. The 1 seed, the 4 seed has advanced. Currently, the number 2 seed, Central Cass, against the number 7 seed, Sargent County. The Bulldogs here. Then later tonight, the 3 seed, Kindred Vikings, going up against the Richland Colts. And Richland's probably a team we don't talk about enough in Region 1 volleyball. It seems like every year they find themselves in the semifinals. Still got Megan Rube, Abby Dukeshire, Taryn Johnson, Casey Berner, some of those standout athletes later tonight for a nightcap. But let's get ready to roll, as this game is going to have a first official serve here on this Monday, November the 8th. We thank you very much for tuning in here on your live event as we get things underway at 6:42 on a Monday night. Service here for Sargent County in back. Here comes the Squirrels. They set it up to the outside. Cotton, and that one is not even going to get over, or they'll call it a block there. So an opening point for Sargent County.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if that one was blocked or came over the ribbon of the net, but either way, it's important for Sargent County, the lower seed, to start striking here early when they can.
Central Cass right now, they go to the outside. That's Delaney Cotton able to get that one over. Bope is there to the outside. Cross scored on that one. That's going to be out of play on the hit by Elena Anderson, and we're knotted at 1 apiece.
It's how important having support of your teammates is on that court. Claire Cotton didn't have the best serve receive there, but her teammates were able to pick it up, extend that rally. It ends up becoming points down the stretch.
Sargent County going outside again on the cross. It was Sarah Martinson out of play. Back-to-back points for Central Cass in terms of some errors on the hits there by the Bulldogs. Service here with Tori Richter, the libero, in all black tonight for the Squirrels. Sargent County able to get that one over on the third with Anderson. Here comes a set by Gibson. Goes on the back set, hitting that over is Delaney Cotton near side for Sargent County. Deep push by Bope. Here comes Gibson. Outside Cotton. Cotton goes down the end line. Nicely done by Nelson on the coverage. Here comes a lefty. That one's going to go out of play. No touch at the net by Jamie Bope, the 5'6" junior. So 3 straight points here by the Squirrels.
Yeah, and these are coming off mistakes that Sargent County is making, which is a shame because they've played some good defense. They've just not been able to finish. You can't spot points to a team like Central Cass early on.
Gibson comes to the middle, and that one's going to be out of play. Sargent County, the bench was saying, hey, you might got Jalen Cotton maybe even touching the net a little bit. Regardless, Bulldogs earn the point and the serve. 3-2 early in set number 1 here for Central Cass. Sarah Martinson, the senior, 5'11", on to serve. Richter with the dig. This one's going to come to Peyton Nelson outside, and getting that one in for the point. That's Jalen Cotton. Joel, how tough is it if you're Central Cass? A week ago today, you swept Sargent County. How do you got to get that one out of your system to know? Because Sargent County is such a very dangerous team. They're kind of hanging in the weeds in the middle part of Region 1.
Yeah, I think you got to have that short memory. That was a week ago. That was the regular season a week ago. A lot has changed here so far. The focus changes here quite a bit. So it's just short memory play, I think, right now.
Central Cass has a deep push by Claire Cotton. Here comes to the middle on the way. A tip by Annika Nelson, kept alive in the back by Diley. Now it's going to come into the middle. Outside Cotton over a double block. Claire Cotton there on the hit. Near side now to Bope. Bope goes over double block. Richter is there. This one comes with Nelson to the back set, into the net, and the longest rally of the night goes to the scrappy Bulldogs down by 1.
And that was a situation those are those situations that Sargent County has struggled with, an inability to close out long rallies, good defensive stances. That time, error from Central Cass comes in, but you can't respond on an unforced error with the service error.
Yeah, Sargent County with their first service error of the match. It allows a side out here in Central Cass with Grace Fletchock. The 5'7" sophomore will come in. 5-3 Squirrels here early in set number 1. This one going to be our potential first ace of the night, and it is. Fletchock earns the ace. It's now 6-3.
Yeah, it's a powerful offensive attack from the Central Cass Squirrels team. Really the top 3 teams right now inside this region. They have some big hitters, and you got to be ready for it.
As another good service there by Fletchock. Diley on the back row tries to get the pass, tight one at the net, and Fletchock comes off the bench right now, and just see the Squirrels able to rotate a number of girls in early here. This one goes on the cross-court hit by Bope. Kept alive at the net, then unable to get that one over on the hit was Jalen Cotton, and the Bulldogs earn the point. Joel, what are you seeing early here in set number 1 for the Bulldogs and the Squirrels?
I'm seeing the Bulldogs able to really answer anything that Central Cass is throwing their way. I think where the struggles are coming right now from the Bulldogs has been an ability to capitalize on unforced error and an ability to clear the net cleanly.
And we're going to have a double hit on the back there. After that hit by McKeever makes it 8-4 Squirrels.
And again, there's a situation if you're Sargent County right now, your coach is telling you, you're telling your teammates, is, hey, these are things that we need to be controlling right now. They're well within our control to try to change the tide.
And one hit over by Hill by Sargent County, able to answer with a deep push by Nelson, back right corner. Good placement here as the Bulldogs get blocked at the net. DeConte Smith is there on the hit by Bobe. First block of the night for Central Cass up front for DeConte Smith.
And DeConte Smith timed that so well. She didn't do a whole lot of movement. She knew exactly where she needed to be to come up with that big block.
Elena Beck tries to answer as she does. Springing to the ground was Jalen Cotton, but Beck earns her first kill. It's now 9-5 Sargent County as they're trailing it by 4.
And we have not seen a sustained trip to the service line yet for Sargent County tonight.
See if the Bulldogs can do that as Joel's looking here. Richter to the outside. That's DeConte Smith able to lob that one over on the third hit. Sargent County coming to the near side there with Beck blocked at the net, but out of play. Right play by Central Cass. Just going to keep that one in the big rectangle after the block by Severson.
Yeah, and play moved to that side. Sargent County collapsed on the ball, and that one just comes out of bounds on a very well hit one.
Nelson back set in for the kill. Give the assist to Peyton Nelson, and Taylor Severson, the junior at 5'10", delivers one.
And again, a couple serves coming from that trip from Sargent County, but they're going to need to get a quick point inside out here.
I think we're going to get a timeout by Central Cass. We will. The Squirrels are currently up by 4 here in set number 1. Timeout on the floor. It's Region 1 Volleyball on your live event. Back here at Central Cass, 10-6, Squirrels over the Sargent County Bulldogs. Sargent County took the timeout. Joel, that was a pretty good reason why. Coach, you take a timeout up by 4 in the first.
Yeah, you're up by 4. You wonder why you take a timeout in the 4th set. Tori Richter gets her 1,000th career dig, so they wanted to take the time to honor their junior player who's been a varsity athlete for many years now for Central Cass. So that explains the early timeout with your team in front here in the first set of the quarterfinals.
Alyssa Kozowski, the head coach, takes a timeout. Allow Richter to get honored. Now Central Cass back on the floor. This one going to get dug on the back by Nelson as the Bulldogs just have to get it over by Bope on the third. Here comes Gibson in the middle. DeConte Smith back left corner. That's in for the point, but the Sargent County Bulldog fans across the way in the student section saying, that one maybe missed the line, but that's a point, and give DeConte Smith the kill.
And I think that one was out from this angle here. I think right now where this comes into play for Sargent County is your ability to have that short memory bounce back here and just get right back at it. You're down by 5, not an insurmountable lead here in the first set.
And that's what Jenna Anderson, she put both of her hands up to her team and said, let's kind of play through it. But Delaney Cotton absolutely got one right at the net, knew what to do. No one was there to block, and Delaney Cotton has the 4th Squirrel now in the kill column.
Yeah, and Central Cass has just great court vision from their hitters up front. They're seeing open spaces, they're hitting them in the right spot, and they're hitting them with authority.
And Central Cass continues to serve well as Gibson able to get the errant pass from the Bulldogs. It's now 13-6. Central Cass with Gibson back on to serve. Here comes Sargent County through a double block, and that's going to be Beck. Beck has 3 kills to lead the way for the Bulldogs. And Joel, you know Beck can do it, but she needs a little bit help as this game continues.
Yeah, for a team like Sargent County, I mean, you're always going to have your 1 or 2 big hitters, but their successes come in the games where they've found production up and down their rotation. They're going to really need that here against the talent of Central Cass. They've responded so well defensively. It's been the offense that has been their Achilles so far.
Richter, Gibson, back set on the way. This one doesn't get over on the hit by McKinnon. Sargent County earns a couple of back-to-back points here, trailing it by 5 as we get to the midway point here of set number 1. On to serve as McKeever for the Bulldogs. Hits it down the end line. Gibson outside Smith. Smith goes to the left-hand side, and leaving that one away was Boat because a teammate there, Nelson, was saying out. So Boat put the hands back at the last second. Bulldogs earn another point.
No, they're going to give it to Central Cass.
Excuse me. So we're going to have a...
I did not see what caused that turn of the scoring.
I missed it as well.
Because I did not. That one appeared to go completely untouched unless the line judge had a different call.
Central Cass now with it. They go outside. That's Cotton, and hammering one home is Claire Cotton. The 5th squirrel now with a kill. It's 15-8. So you got Claire Cotton, you got DeConte Smith, and we got a timeout on the floor also with her is Delaney Cotton. A lot of talent playing up front right now for Central Cass. Midway through set number 1, it's the Region 1 quarterfinals on your live event.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at the Region 1 volleyball tournament, Central Cass leads it from Castleton 15-8 as we're back here. Chase Miller, Joe Morgan, and Reggie Funk from the back as Bope. She hits that one out of play, and the Squirrels take the point. Now doubling up Sargent County. That's kind of been a theme here. 6-3, 8-4, and now 16-8. Squirrels will continue to serve. They have to get it over on the third with Martinson for the Bulldogs. Gibson backs at Smith. Smith looking for the cross court. Good coverage there by McKeever. Now to the near sideline. That's Beck, and Richter gets the dig. Smith with the set. Cotton off her back right shoe, able to get over on the third for the Squirrels. Beck able just punches it over. Richter is there. Gibson back set Cotton. That's going to be Delaney, and Delaney earns the kill.
Yeah, they've really settled in right now as Central Cass. I think the time to strike for Sargent County was early, and now they're going to have to find a way to start building their own momentum and creating their own opportunities.
They go to the back. That's going to be Nelson. She's had a quiet night so far for the Bulldogs. This one comes. Delaney Cotton hits that into the net. Side out, 17-9. We saw Hankinson, Joel, come back from this kind of deficit in set number 1 in our last match. What does Sargent County have to do to try to pull the same ingredients here as they get the ace by Beck?
I'll tell you, that's a good start to try to make that comeback. Hankinson's first comeback in that first set was fueled by unforced errors that came from Oak Grove. Those unforced errors helped them get that deficit, closing that gap. I think it was 3 or 4 straight unforced errors. And then after that, it was a way of figuring out their offense and getting clicking. And that's what the Bulldogs are going to need. And that's very good placement on that kill right there. And now you're starting to see Sargent County start figuring out how to get this offense gelling.
Elena Anderson, the sophomore, at 5'5" with the point, 17-11. So you got to have just slowly but surely chip away at this deficit, which was at 8, now down to 6. Richter with the dig. Gibson now to DeConte Smith, blocked at the net. That one goes out of play, and the block party of Bope up front alongside with her with Martinson, and don't look now, 3 straight points for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are starting to figure out how to get this offense rolling right now.
Helps when you have a good service in Beck, and that she continues to put serves like that on the floor And Central Cass unable to get that one over from the pass. It started with Richter trying to get over on the third as McKinnon now 17-13 here in set number one.
Something you have to consider right now into strategy is an early timeout was used by Central Cass to celebrate Tori Richter's 1,000th dig. I would say in this situation you probably want to take a timeout, but coach is going to have to save that one for a little bit later in this match.
Sargent County gets this one over on the third. McKinnon's there. This one goes to Gibson. Back set. DeConte Smith down the end line. Great dig by Beck. It goes right back over to the attack for Central Cass. Delaney Cotton with a tip. Now comes the back set. That's going to go cross-court on the hit. On a play by Anderson, but Sargent County gets a little chipping away, and if they can get a quick side out here, they're right back in within this one as Richter comes on to serve for the Squirrels. Richter hits the top of the net. Then there's a push coming by McKeever. This one comes to the middle. Look out! Back right corner. That's in. Jalen Cotton gets that one into the back right, but the officials are going to say that one was actually out of play, so they're going to overrule the sideline judge. So now it's 18-14. Mark that one down, so Jalen Cotton doesn't get the kill. Instead, it's a side out and a serve up coming for Martinson. This one will come to the middle. Getting that one over on the way is Claire Cotton. Sargent County near side, that's Bolt. No touch at the net. They're asking for a touch. Nothing is granted. 19-14 after the side out by the Squirrels. Central Cass 6 points away. Coming on to serve is Nelson Payton, the 5'8 senior setter. Central Cass trying to close out this set number one, and Nelson gets the ace. That right in front of head coach for the Sargent County Bulldogs, Jenner Anderson. Told Hannah, yep, that one just got in there in the quarter play, now 20-14. Second ace as a team. Now make it the third ace as that one hit the net, rolled over. Perfect placement. We got a timeout on the floor. Central Cass leads by 7. Late in set number one. It's the Region 1 Volleyball Tournament on your live event.
Dakota Valley Electric Cooperative has a tradition of working to improve the quality of life of people in its service area by supporting rural development activities in communities throughout southeastern North Dakota, and by supporting youth with scholarship programs, youth sports sponsorship programs, youth tours, and legislative field trips. Dakota Valley Electric strives for accountability, innovation, and integrity while delivering dependable electric power and energy at fair and reasonable prices. For more info, go to dakotaValley.com. Dakota Valley Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for bringing you the Region 1 Volleyball Tournament here on your live event. Make sure you patronize those sponsors throughout the season. Your local hometown area teams. Chase Miller, Joel Morgan with you, Reggie Funk handling the camera. Make sure you join us tomorrow night at 6 for one of two semifinals, and then the second one will follow at 7:30. After the timeout, Sargent County, we'll see where they go on the offensive side. They have 0 timeouts remaining here in this first set. Farley gets that one over. Here's the tip on the way for the Squirrels, as that one is going to fall on the Squirrels side, and a point for Sargent County, and a quick little opportunity here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Sargent County had a nice little run about 5 or 6 points ago that has helped them really hang around. So I think they're feeling confident, even though they're down 6 right now, and they're in pressure time with Central Cass eclipsing 20 points.
Richter is there for the dig. Now Richter has a chance at the back, able to hit it down the left-hand side, and unable to handle that one on the pass was Anderson. It's now 22-15, and hey, Richter gets a kill.
Yeah, Richter, who got her 1,000th dig earlier in this set. We talked about Hankinson last match, how those names for the Pirates are so familiar. You feel like those players should have graduated 3 or 4 times over for the varsity years they put in. Tori Richter and some of these Squirrels players are in that same position as they had some time to grow at the younger age, being at the varsity level, and it's the equity right now that a lot of these teams are cashing in.
Nelson hits that one out of the quarter play, so Fletchock will continue to serve for Central Cass. Nelson has a second chance, and she unwinds and pulls the ripcord. 23-16. I like that little curl. You see that in volleyball, Joel, sometimes with the setter where the middle blocker will go to the outside. It just seems to work more times than not in volleyball. Diley on to serve, hits it down the end line. Fletchock's there. Nelson gives it back, and Richter gets it over on the third. Here comes Sargent County, another opportunity, and look out! Nelson starting to feel it with back-to-back kills, 23-17.
Yeah, that was a nice hit by Nelson, put it exactly where she wanted to go. Had some good spin on it, had some good force behind it.
Annika Nelson, a senior here. We're going to get an ace. So 3 consecutive points by the Bulldogs. The second ace for Sargent County here in set number 1. And 23-18 Squirrels. Diley serves. Nelson looking for the dump kill. Covered nicely by Sargent County. They come near side. There's no block at the net. Beck able to answer. And Joel, when you get no block with Anderson or Beck, look out.
Yeah, the blocking's been great here right now. This is a lot of confidence right now coming from the Sargent County team, and credit them right now for sticking with this one and trying to mount this comeback.
Nelson backs at Severson's there for her second kill, and the Squirrels go just like that, sustain a little bit of the rally by Sargent County, and now have a chance for set point opportunity. Service on the way by Jalen Cotton, the senior at 5'11". Good serve into the back. Sargent County will hit this one with Bope. Bope goes down the end line. Fletchak is there. Nelson outside McKinnon. McKinnon over a double block. DeConte Smith on the coverage. Nelson to the back. Here it comes. Jalen Cotton into the net. And a point for Sargent County. So the Bulldogs will need now 4 straight points to try to get one. Would you call it overtime or just extra time, Joel? What would you call it?
I like to call it volleyball overtime. You get in that area where you got to win by 2 points, and I've had matches or sets go into the 30s.
DeConte Smith hits that one. Sargent County, a tight ball, can't get it over on the third is McKeever, and a final in set number 1. The Central Cass Squirrels, the number 2 seed in this tournament, takes it 25-20. Set 2 is next here on your live event.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Back here on your live event from Castleton, it's the Region 1 Volleyball Tournament. Set number 1 goes to Central Cass, 25-20. Out-of-town scoreboard again, the biggest score of the day. Strasburg-Zeeland in Region 3 upends 9th-ranked Lemoore-Litchfield Marion 3-2. Region 5 Shiloh Christian gets by Flasher 3-0. Grafton with a 3-2 win over Cavalier in the Region 2 quarterfinals, and Divide County out in Region 8 over Newtown 3-0 as well. Earlier today here in Region 1, Northern Cass a 3-0 win over Wymer-Lidgewood, and the same for Hankinson. The question, will Central Cass continue the trend? Joel, after one set of play, I know I kind of asked you midway through the first set, what do you take away from the opening set between Sargent County and Central Cass?
The defense of Sargent County has impressed me. 25-19, they kept it close. They responded on some rallies. I think it's just the two things that stand out to me is that the offense of Sargent County, they need to figure out ways to go on runs, and I think they need to figure out ways to minimize their unforced errors.
Beck with a pushover. There's Richter outside Cotton. Cotton over a double block, kept alive by Bolt nicely. Now it comes to the middle. Sargent County earns the point. Martinson, her first kill, as that's going to go to Sarah, the 5'11 senior middle hitter. And Joel, I know you kind of mentioned Nelson and Beck, but if you can get Martinson going here, there's just another option for head coach Anderson.
Yeah, you need to take some of the pressure off your big hitters and help contribute with full team scoring. I think Sargent County, that's been their key all year.
Martinson wants a second one, tipped over nicely at the very last second by Claire Cotton. Bolt goes cross court. McKinnon's there on the cover. Gibson backs at Cotton. Cotton goes left-hand side, and that one's going to miss the quarter play. And the Bulldogs now lead 2-0 here in the second set.
Go back a couple hits ago. It wasn't the prettiest defense or prettiest offense on that free ball that came across for the Squirrels, but you know what? They were able to extend the rally. Unfortunately, it becomes points for the Bulldog if you're a Squirrel player.
DeConte Smith gets this one over on the third, kept alive by Anderson. Now they're going to have to get it over on the third by Nelson. Richter, Gibson, set, tip, on the way. Great play by Central Cass and Delaney Cotton, her third kill of the match.
We didn't see a whole lot of service one and done for the Squirrels. I think we had one or two service errors coming in that first set. So it's going to be on Sargent County to end these rallies and these trips to the service line for Central Cass.
Richter kept it alive with the right fist, and the Squirrels get it over on the third. Now it's going to be a touch at the net and a kill for Anderson. The back row calls the touch. Anderson gets her second kill, and it's now 3-1 Sargent County. Sargent County right now, a nice way to start here in this second set. They trailed it early against Central Cass and just could never come back in set number one. A service error by the Bulldogs will allow Central Cass to get the side out.
Yeah, again, there's just those things that Sargent County needs to clean up to get this upset.
Nelson will come on and serve after both teams make a substitution. This one to be tight at the net, and running out of real estate, there's McKeever, so now we're knotted at 3. Those ones are always tough for a setter, Joel. Don't want to run into the net. Do you play it off the net? Do you try to get the tip?
Well, it's so much of what you see in an outfielder in baseball, where you got to be aware of your surroundings, your element, your spacing, where with the exception of in baseball or softball is you're playing, you can play it off the wall. You can run into that wall, where in volleyball you have to pull up really fast.
So Bope gets the kill, but then Sargent County has their third service error here in this match, and we're knotted at 4 apiece. So neither team has really found too much of a rhythm. Sargent County a little 3-1 run to start, but since then Central Cass has held serve as Fletchock will come on and serve this one up. They go to the back. This one goes left-hand side off of Nelson, now to Richter. Nelson has to try to get it over on the third. She does, just by about an extra couple of inches. And then Richter keeps this one alive. Nelson backs it on the way. This is tip, can't get it over. Good hustle by the Squirrels, but Sargent County earns the point, now up by 1.
Yeah, and Sargent County is going to have to turn this trip to the service line right now. They're going to have to turn it into 5 or 6 points right now to start feeling more comfortable and feeling confident to take this second set.
Diley hits one into the net, so just this in this only, Joel, Central Cass has 5 points here in the second. 3 of them, though, off service errors by the Bulldogs as we're tied at 5.
Yeah, and you know, you compare missing your serves to missing free throws, and it's an often fair comparison. The thing is, when you miss free throws, the other team doesn't get points.
So this one will be into the net as well by Cotton of Central Cass, as Richter will check in for the aforementioned Jalen 6'5" Bulldogs. Service on the way down the end line. McKinnon's there for the dig, and then no one's talking, so Richter last second. She looked up, she looked to Nelson, she looked to Sievertson, and we're going to get a timeout here by the Squirrels. Bulldogs up early here in the second set by 2 over Central Cass. It's the Region 1 Volleyball Tournament on your live event.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
As we're back here on your live event, thank you very much for tuning in to high school athletics here on this Monday evening. It's been fun, really good crowds here at Central Cass High School for the Region 1 Volleyball Tournament, and it just has that postseason feel. Every point just means a little bit more. You're at the edge of your seat. You understand what a run can do for you. Either make or break literally your season. This one down the end line over a double block. Beck with her 5th kill to lead the floor for the Bulldogs.
And the energy they felt after that hit, that is a wave right now that Sargent County can ride and try to mount a comeback and tie this match.
8-5 right now. Nelson outside to Conte Smith for the kill. So Smith earns her second, give Nelson the assist, and the Squirrels right now just, again, a number of options at the net. They can just get you in a bunch of different ways. Central Cash, Joe, kind of reminds me of a Swiss Army knife, right? You just got different options with different players who maybe look the same but can do a number of different things.
Yeah, and this is these players, they all play on a successful basketball program. They've been playing together on that basketball program, that volleyball team, many of them on the softball team. When you have not just a cohesive unit, but success as a cohesive unit, it becomes so contagious amongst the seasons.
Lana Beck right now continues to lead the floor. 6 kills for the Bulldogs as they lead it by 3. And then trying to sprawl out for that one was Bope down the end line after the push by McKinnon. McKinnon will earn the kill. Central Cass trailing it by 2. Central Cass, they've never led so far here in this second set. Sargent County got up early. They've been tied, but they've never been in front of that score column. Richter, this one going to get over on the third hit by Delaney Cotton. Central Cass trying to throw a double block over on Beck. It comes right back on the near side, and that one hit out of play there by Anderson. But what we're seeing, Joel, is kind of like a shadowing a really good shooting guard in basketball. They're just paying a lot of attention to Beck right now, trying to get up with a double block. 9-8 Bulldogs lead it. Beck over another double block. That one out. No touch at the net. Now it's 9 apiece.
Yeah, now the momentum is obviously shifting towards Central Cass, and Sargent County is going to have to find a way to stop this bleeding. And, that's a tough one on that serve right there.
McKinnon earns the serve. The Squirrels have 4 compared to the 2 of Sargent County from the service line as McKinnon will continue to come out. The Kaylee, a 5'9 senior, almost had a chance at a second one here as this one gets hit over by McKeever. Coming to the middle to the outside is Cotton. Able to get that one over was Claire. Now to the middle. That one going to be off the block after the hit by Martinson. Martinson wins the joust at the net. Claire Cotton recovers. Near side here. Blocked at the net again. Richter cannot get there quick enough and give Beck the block. It's now tied at 10 apiece.
Yeah, and we're nearing the halfway point scoring-wise of this second set, and this is where Sargent County wants to be. Tied right now and at the service line.
Beck will hit this one into the net. Unfortunate there. That's the 4th one on the service errors. 4 of the 11 points have come via that particular stat here for Central Cass. Bulldogs now trying to answer as they do a push back right corner and a great placement by Martinson. We've seen Martinson go up and try to get that particular kill, but instead she just saw the back row, kind of where Richter was, and hit it down the end line for the point.
Yeah, and again, still a very good position for Sargent County. Down 1-1 here in the second set. A tie score, and they're serving with Martinson.
Nelson outside. Jalen Cotton gets the double block, but she gets it off the ricochet for now a 12-11 advantage. Jalen with her second kill. Sargent County now sees the Squirrels up by 1. We've been tied at 3, tied at 6, tied at 4, 5, tied at 9, 11, alongside with 12 potentially here, barring what we get. As Nelson going to go to the middle here, trying to get that over on the tip was Severson, kept alive by the Bulldogs. Bope rises up to the right-hand side. Can't get that one into court play. It's now 13-11. Central Cass taking their largest lead here of the second set.
Yeah, and, Central Cass, again, a big sustained trip to the service line, and 4 or 5 points here, we can see a big difference. Obviously, a service error is not going to help that. Central Cass, or Sargent County rather, again, just doing such a great job keeping this one close. They just need to minimize things on their side of the net.
Anderson on to serve. McKenna with the dig. Nelson this one. Get up, Jalen for the kill. 1-on-1, Jalen Cotton with Peyton Nelson. Cotton wins that battle. It's now 14-12 Squirrels. Jalen Cotton, her third kill. Just look over. You got 3 by Delaney, 3 by Jalen, 2 by Smith, 2 by Severson. It's get you in a number of different ways. Sargent County gets that one over. There to cover is Nelson. Richter bumps it over outside McKinnon. McKinnon gets the kill. McKinnon got a little bit fortunate there. Hits the top of the net. Her second. 15-12 Squirrels now trying to take control in set number 2. For those of us just joining, set number 1 went to Central Cass as well, 25-20, and we're going to have a lift on the back end row here by Sargent County. The question is for Jenna Anderson, when do you call that timeout, as these Squirrels right now up by 4. That one going to be hit out of play. And to Joel's point, the one stat that neither coach really wants to look at is the service errors. 4 by Sargent County, 3 by Central Cass in this set alone.
Yeah, you're spotting your opponent's points, and you're taking away your opportunity to control the momentum of the match. You know, I think Central Cass obviously would like to see their play improve, but they're getting aided a little bit here by unforced errors, while Sargent County's in the same position.
McKeever sets it up. This one going to get tipped over then by Nelson for the Squirrels. DeConte Smith with a tip in right at the 10-foot line. DeConte Smith with the tip kill. Nice placement there, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor as Central Cass now leads it 18-13. Back after this, it's the Region 1 Volleyball quarterfinals on your live event.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Chase Miller, Joel Morgan with you here alongside Reggie Funk. Thank you very much for tuning in to Region 1 Volleyball tonight here on your live event. 18-13 in the second set. After the timeout, Sargent County will have a miss hit there by Hill, and the Squirrels now 6 points away from trying to take set number 2.
When this second set is all said and done for both coaches, I know there'll be a lot of conversation about unforced errors on the sideline.
McKeever comes up to Beck, and that one's going to be a point there for Beck as she powered it through a double block. And Beck with a match-high 7 kills right now, and she's had a very nice particular season as well. You know, just a 5'8", someone who can rise up on the volleyball court. The senior here for the Bulldogs. DeConte Smith, a miss hit. Makes it 19-15, and there's a chance, Joel, to get back in this particular second set. Now's the time after back-to-back points for Sargent County.
And they had a nice late run in the first set when it looked like they might have been down and out. So they have the confidence to know that they can get a comeback. Again, you get 4 quick points here, and all of a sudden you're tied up with not a lot of scoring that needs to be done to close out the set.
Martinson unable to get that one over. She was going to go one-on-one with DeConte Smith as Gibson will check back into the contest. Also, Delaney Cotton here for Central Cass. It's 20-15. Squirrels 5 points away from trying to close out set number 2. Gibson on to serve. This one comes back, able to get over the double block, but a little bit off balance as that one is hit out of play. Central Cass just inching closer to get up 2-love. Set number 1, 25-20. We might end up with that particular score here in the second. Getting up for that one was Beck. Beck retrieves it, now has another chance, goes down the end line. Richter's there after the partial hit. Now DeConte Smith with the tip. Beck, this goes to McKeever, back to Beck. Beck gets that one over. Gibson, Richter, near side, Cotton close to the net. Unable to get that one over, makes it 21-16.
You look at how much Central Cass sells out the front row or the back row to put the power in their front row. A lot of that comes obviously from Tori Richter's ability. That's a situation where that selling out that back row didn't pay off because it put the front row out of position to try to make an adjustment.
Sargent County goes to the backhand side there on the hit with Anderson. Kept alive after the dig by Richter. McKinnon gets that one over. Gibson, Richter, bumps it over. Cotton able to get that one across, but then Bope with the cover. Back to Richter. Central Cass in the middle. DeConte Smith, get up and bring it down. 22-16. DeConte Smith with her 4th kill of the evening. 6-point lead now for Central Cass as McKinnon will come on quickly to serve a knuckler that had 0 movement on that one. And we're going to have a violation on the Bulldogs, 23-16. Squirrels right now trying to get up 2-0. It's been a theme that's continued. We'd had a sweep with Northern Cass and a sweep with Hankinson. Central Cass will love to continue that here in this third one, but try to think otherwise. Was Beck with her 8th kill. Give the assist on that one to McKeever. 23-17, Bulldogs trailing, and they need to get a rally going right now. Central Cass just been a really solid performance so far. 4 aces. Richter, Gibson, outside Cotton with the 1-2. Kept alive by Beck. McKeever back sets on the way. Going cross court on the hit there was Anderson. Richter, McKinnon, and we're going to have a violation on the Squirrels. So Sargent County, to Joel's point earlier, just kind of chipping away here late in a particular set like they did in the first.
Yeah, you go on a 4-point run here right now, 5-point run. You're in such a good position, but get an unforced error is just going to take away any momentum, especially right now with the scoring. You have 1 point, no points. You can't not give up a single point right now to Central Cass.
Fortunately for the Bulldogs, they'll get the serve right back after Richter hits one into the net. 24-19. There's been 4 service errors by Central Cass, and there's been 6 by the Bulldogs here in the second set alone. Gibson, Nelson gets it over on the second. Oh, she just juked everyone. Looked like she was going to come up and serve, and instead buried one in the corner for the kill. 25-19, set number 2, Squirrels. The Squirrels will try to close out this one in the region quarterfinals when we come back here on your live event.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Ses van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Ses van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils, because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Ses van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Third set here for the Central Cass Squirrels and the Sargent County Bulldogs. Earlier this season, a week ago tonight, Sargent County saw Central Cass sweep them, and that was a game a week ago, their lone loss for Sargent County as they went 4-1 down the stretch. On the opposite side for Central Cass, the Squirrels trying to win their 6th consecutive match of the season here and looking for their first state tournament appearance since 2017. Central Cass, Oak Grove, Hankinson, Richland. You just take a look, Northern Cass, what we've seen here. Joel, I know we kind of harped on it in our first 2 matches, but it's so true. There's never one particular team. You kind of know sometimes there might be Team A, Team B. Without question, Northern Cass is Team A this year, but I don't think anybody in this region will be shocked if Northern Cass maybe gets tripped up by a Hankinson or by a Central Cass as this tournament continues.
Yeah, and I think you're 100% correct. Teams have been winning sets. They've been playing strong against Northern Cass, and you look at the way that the hitters are performing so well for Central Cass right now, and you think that that puts them in a good opportunity if they advance past this and they meet them somewhere down the road.
Beck starts things off at the service line for the Bulldogs. They get it over on the third then by Martinson. Richter, Gibson, back set to Conte Smith through a double block. Kept alive at the net. This one now to Bope. Jamie goes down the end line. Right placement, just couldn't keep it in. Makes it an early point here for Central Cass as they lead it 2-0.
Yeah, and it's been all Sargent County taking these early leads against Central Cass, and now they're going to have to play coming from behind for the first time.
Service. This one gets over on the third by Martinson. Richter covers back left Gibson. This is going to go to Cotton with the tip. Sargent County sees a couple players almost run into each other. Both down the end line that time. Doesn't work once. Try it a second time. Second verse, same as the first, and it's now tied up at 1 apiece.
And Sargent County, to keep their season alive, is going to have to go on a big early run here.
As we have another service error. Hopefully we don't have to talk about that so much of a theme sometimes once you get to a tournament. The mistakes and the miscues like turnovers in basketball or penalties in football. I'm going to try to keep that one, just allow these girls to play. McKeever spun herself around at the net, unable to keep that one alive. It's now a 3-1, make that Central Cass up 3-1 as they continue to serve here with Nelson. A joust at the net, won by Jalen Cotton as that one gets over. Richter, Nelson set, Cotton over a double block. Nice coverage there by Erickson. Near side here is Bope. Oh, what a sprawling attempt by Richter. Outside Cotton with a power tip for that one, in for the point. Claire Cotton earns that one, 4-1 Central Cass. The Squirrels 10-1 in Region 1 play in the regular season. Their lone loss to Northern Cass. It would not meet unless it was a third place or championship match. Richter able to keep that one alive. Here comes Claire Cotton on the outside. Erickson, McKeever near side as Bope hits that one into the net. It's now 5-1 Central Cass. So we'll get an early timeout by the Bulldogs bench. Will break as well. The Squirrels lead it 2-0 here in the third. It's the Region 1 quarterfinals on your live event.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals in Gwinner, Rutland, and Lisbon. Get in touch with Christine Radke or Lene Johnson as they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Plus, they can get you a free quote started today. For more information, check out their website at nd-insure.com. Wallach Johnson Insurance, professional insurance service with a personal touch.
Joel, quickly, coming up next, Kindred and Richland, 3-6 battle. That should be fun for the nightcap, I think, here tonight in Castleton.
Yeah, I think so. I don't be shocked if that one finds its way into 5 sets. I think, there's a log jam in the top of the standings in Region 1 with how talented the top half really is. So I think Richland is a team that kind of gets forgot about a little bit because of how talented the top part is.
Also a game you can watch right here on your live event. After the timeout, Sargent County sees this one get blocked at the net. Jalen Cotton is there with the block on Nelson. Jalen Cotton, Joel, I'm not sure where we might go for our Enbridge player of the game, but I got a feeling Jalen might be one of them.
Yeah, the offensive weapons have just been so strong for Central Cass. Tori Richter's been so great in that libero position. Of course, as I say that, one somehow finds its way by her. That broadcaster Jinx has been very strong tonight out here at Central Cass. But, there's a lot to talk about contributing to the success of Central Cass, who leads 2-0 right now.
Anderson with that kill comes on to serve. A good serve to the back. McKenna Nelson, tight one at the net. Both able to get that one over, and then they're going to get the point. So mark it down after the Anderson kill, a Bope block. Sargent County can get a little rally going here in this third set. Service on the way by Anderson. Dug out and back by Richter. Nelson comes close to the net. Claire Cotton is there for the kill. Cotton earns another one for the Squirrels.
And I think the feeling comes maybe is heavily aided with being down, being up 2-0. But I feel like this is the most confident Central Cass has looked through the 3 sets we played tonight.
And Central Cass with Fletchock on for an ace, her second of the contest. It's now 8-3. Central Cass is kind of get to view our sideline cam. You can take a look across the way there. Really good looking crowd here at Castleton on both sides of the court. Bope earns the kill. That's going to be her third, 8-4. And Sargent County, a team that just needs to continue to chip away. We kind of felt like we said it a lot, Joel, in set 1, set 2 a little bit. Sargent County finds themselves in a hole they have to chip away, but if they can get this one tied up, possibly a 10-10, might find themselves in a different set. That helps. A block at the net by Nelson, now 8-5.
Yeah, they lost 25-19 to Sargent County in that last set, but I think that's the best they looked, and it was, they lost it at the end and then tried a late comeback, but when you get into double figures and you're keeping it between 1 and 2 points, you put yourself in such a prime position to come away with the win.
Nelson goes one-on-one, gets that one over. Now Jalen Cotton with a power tip. Partially blocked at the net, kept alive by the Bulldogs. They get it over on 3 with Beck. Richter almost runs into a teammate. McKinnon keeps alive, then blocked at the net. There's Fletchock. They got to get over on the third. They do with Nelson. This one comes to the middle now. Look out. That's in for the kill. Nelson goes cross court and delivers the hammer. 8-6 Squirrels, but here come the Bulldogs. Continuing to shine at the net is Nelson and Beck, the 1-2 combination for Sargent County. McKinnon over a block. That one's going to be in. McKeever thought that was going to go out. She let it go. Then she looked down and kind of went shoot. 9-6 Squirrels.
Yeah, those are always, you're always going to second guess those things when you get them wrong. And, you know, it's I think holding up on that it's not the worst decision to make. I mean, it surrenders a point, but that one was just so close. It's one to easily second guess yourself, but it is a tough call to make.
Push over by Central Cass. Now it comes. Jalen Cotton with the dig, and then Nelson was trying to run through a teammate there, and Taylor Severson, she was unable to do that, so Beck earns another point. Now 9-7. You just wonder if Sargent County can find a way, Joel, to get a lead here. Talk about momentum in volleyball, how that might change this third set. As right now a little off balance is Central Cass as they get it over by Tori Richter coming to the middle. There on the push. That's with Martinson. Another push on the way by Nelson. Great placement back left corner. Bope in the back row with the attack. Now the Squirrels go outside McKinnon. McKinnon off her left foot. This one comes to the near side. Martinson gets that one over. Puts a little bit too much heat on that one. Central Cass now up 10-7. Very, I would say, disoriented point for Central Cass. Both teams are kind of running out of rotation there, Joel.
Yeah, and I think Central Cass was fortunate to come away with that point on that unforced error just because of the way that they brought themselves. A little bit it was them bringing themselves out of system as much as it was Sargent County trying to put them out of system.
McKinnon with a push. Here comes the set. Near side there's Beck blocked at the net. Kept alive, though, by Sargent County. Bope able to get that one over. Gibson there. Richter 10-foot line with the push. Bope with the dig. This one comes to McKeever to the middle. Martinson blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Bulldogs. DeConte Smith with a tip. Here comes McKeever. Beck is going to get blocked at the net again. Martinson there after the deflection. DeConte Smith makes it 11-7 Squirrels. DeConte Smith just seems to get better every year, whether it's volleyball or basketball. Someone who just finds a way and kind of that clay that you like to mold here, whether you're head coach Alyssa Kozowski or Jay Bachman for the Squirrels basketball team. After a violation, and a point will be awarded to Central Cass. 12-7 Squirrels as they come on to serve, and that one's going to be in there for the point with Gibson. Sargent County already has taken one timeout here in this third set. They trail it now 13-7. Squirrels with 4 straight points. It was 9-7 at one point. This one coming down. Richter with the dig. McKinnon, DeConte Smith with a pushover on the third. Sargent County, McKeever to the middle. Martinson hits that one out of play. It's now 14-7 Central Cass. Squirrels win. They'll play in the semifinals tomorrow night against Kindred or Richland at 7:30. Sargent County, with this loss, their season would come to a close as McKeever able to get that one over on the second for the kill, now at 14-8.
That's just it right now. You're fighting for your season. If you're Sargent County. Central Cass, yeah, they're fighting to win this set. They lose this set, they have, one more, 2 more really to give, or 1 more to give. Where Sargent County, it's it. You don't get this one, it's over.
Back set on the way. McKinnon's there for the kill. 15-8. And to Joel's point, sometimes in baseball you hear getting that final out can be the hardest. Sometimes getting those final few points when you're trying to sweep a team, that could be the hardest as well. Richter right now gets it over on the third. Sargent County McKeever to the outside. Beck over a double block. McKinnon there on the backside. Here comes Cotton. Claire Cotton able to get that one over. Sargent County now sees this one in the middle. Martinson. Gibson there with the dig. Near side goes the other Cotton. Puts enough of the changeup. Maybe a little miss hit there by Delaney. Regardless, it's going to go down the stat column as a kill.
Yeah, and you look at the scoring pacing in the first two sets from Sargent County, and they're behind the pace that they were in those two sets, which they kept relatively close.
And we got an ace on the floor, makes it 17-8 now. Central Cass late in set number 3. It's the Region 1 quarters in volleyball on your live event.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
17-8, Central Cass over Sargent County here in the third set. Joel Morgan making his way down to the court, as we'll hear from a particular squirrel, maybe the coach, maybe a player. It's going to be tough to find out who our Enbridge player of the game is going to be, as it's just been a number of players here. This might be more of a team award than a particular individual award. Richter, this one comes to the middle. Getting up for that one's going to be Cotton Delaney. McKeever sets it up. That one going to be in for the kill for Beck. Beck with her 10th kill of the match. It's now 17-9. Bulldogs, 2 timeouts. Those are taken. So the only time we'll have another timeout will be if Central Cass sees a little rally brewing here by the Bulldogs. Beck on to serve, and Beck gets an ace, her second. Just a nice little jump serve, able to put a little spin on it as well, almost kind of like a slider in baseball, just comes across the way. Service continues down the end line. This one going to be tied at the net. There's Gibson. Baxton on the way to Conte Smith. Kept alive. This one comes to Martinson. Martinson over a double block. Richter gets the dig. Outside on the way is Cotton. That's Claire over a double block. Tied at the net. McKeever gets it over. Now it's to Richter. Richter sets up near sideline. Delaney. Cotton for the kill. Delaney with her 5th. It's 18-10 Central Cass. Taking a look at the Squirrels. They will either play Richland or Kindred going into tomorrow if this result holds. They beat both of them as Richter earns the ace. Tori Richter, her first ace of the night. Now 18-10, now 19-10. Sargent County sets it up. That's Bope. Bope down the end line. Through a double block. Richter to the outside here at the 10-foot line. It's going to be over on the hit there by Cotton. This one gets good by Gibson. Richter to the outside. There's Claire Cotton over a double block. Again, bounced over them by Martinson. A couple of Squirrels just looking at each other. Froze for a moment. Fortunate to get that one on the third on the Bulldogs side. Richter keeps this one going. Cotton hits that one on the top of the net in Delaney, and a point for Sargent County. This volleyball match started at 6:42, just under an hour old right now. Service by the Bulldogs. Martinson lofts one over. McKinnon's there. Nelson to the middle. That's Claire Cotton blocked at the net. Give Nelson the block, her second, 19-12. Very reminiscent to what we kind of said in the first and the third, where the Bulldogs made a little rally late. That's going to be in there for the point. Jalen Cotton gets her 4th kill, now 20-12. Northern Cass, the 1 seed over Wyndmere Lidgerwood, 3-0. Hankinson, the 4 seed, also 3-0 win over Fargo Oak Grove. And Central Cass is trying to do the same. 5th service error, though, will allow the point, and the serve upcoming for Sargent County down by 7. There's a time to make a run. It's right now with Anderson on to serve. Anderson sees a service error for a service error. And now Central Cass 4 points away from not just a set, but a match point. After this game gets done, they put about 25 minutes on the clock to allow the next 2 teams to get ready. So you're probably looking closer to about an 8:15 or so first serve, as we have a double hit on the back. Central Cass now leads at 22-13. That'll be our 4th and final volleyball match of the Region 1 quarterfinals here on your live event. That one's going to be out. Now 24-14, another service here. It seems like they come in bunches. Kind of like goals in hockey sometimes, they come in pairs. The same thing happens with some of these service errors. Diley on to serve. Richter with the dig. Nelson at the 10-foot line. Back set. Jalen Cotton with the trying to get the tip kill out of play, though. Sargent County earns the point, now 22-15. Service by Diley. Comes to the middle. Squirrels outside. McKenna with the punch over on the left. Now able to get this one over on the third is Nelson. Back right corner. Richter's there. McKinnon, 10-foot line. Cross scoring on the hit, and great placement by McKinnon. Kaylee, the senior, makes it 23-15. McKinnon now with 5 kills here for the Squirrels. With Delaney Cotton both with 5. Jalen Cotton has a nice stat line. For Central Cass, it's going to be tough to name that player of the game. Might be more of a 1, 2, or 3 effort, as Jalen Cotton kind of ran into the official, who unable to get out of the way close enough and quick enough. So the Squirrels, we'll see the Bulldogs earn a point, 23-16. Service here with Nelson. Nelson on with this running jump serve. McKinnon's there. Nelson back set for Central Cass. This one is tight. Does go over on the Bulldogs side. Martinson gets up. Nelson with the cover, but it's going to be a kill. Martinson with her third, 23-17. Joel Morgan standing by for our post-game show. Bulldogs want to keep that one, though, for another 20 to 30 minutes at least longer. DeConte Smith with a pushover. This one comes to the near side. Beck gets it over on the third. Richter with the dig. Nelson to the outside. McKinnon blocked at the net, but out of play. That'll be a kill for McKinnon, and a chance now for the Squirrels. 24-17 match point upcoming. Service with Gibson. Delaney Cotton will come on. The Central Cass faithful across their way gets on their feet. Service. Sargent County to the near side. And that one is back. Richter keeps it alive. Now it's Cotton with the tip, covered nicely by Sargent County. Near side here is back again over a double block, but she's blocked at the net by DeConte Smith, and Delaney Cotton, and a final with another 3-set sweep. Central Cass wins it 25-20, 25-19, and 25-17. Our post-game show is coming up next here on your live event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Back on your live event, let's go down courtside after Central Cass earns the sweep over Sargent County. Joel Morgan standing by with junior libero for Central Cass. That's Tori Richter. Joel.
Well, Tori, first off, congratulations. You guys a step closer. I know the goal is region championship to go on to state. How does it feel to get this first win under the belt?
Feels extremely exciting. I think we wanted to just come out with a bunch of energy tonight. We knew that they were going to give us a great game, and we were just so excited to get this win.
Yeah, they did a good job kind of keeping you guys out of system. I know I guess the conversation you're probably going to have is unforced errors, but resiliency on your team's part to go through those errors and come away with the win.
Yeah, we focus on, like, when we get down into that 3-hole, we just take it point by point, and when we make those errors, we try to correct them right away, and we want to limit those unforced errors. We're not giving them points.
Career milestone for you tonight in front of this crowd here. What's that feeling like?
It's so exciting. I couldn't do it without this team, and just having them excited behind me, it just made me want to do it even more. And I'm just so proud of this team and what we can do this year.
It's supposed to be the neutral site here, and it is the neutral site, but it is also your home court. A little extra excitement added on that aspect.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here for every team, and it's just fun to play in front of that home court advantage, even though it's supposed to be neutral. And our students and our fans, they're just so amazing, and it's so exciting playing in front of them.
All right, Tori, again, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Back to you, Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel. Joel Morgan again on the sidelines there with Tori Richter as she again over 1,000 kills in her career. We'll come back. We'll name your Enbridge Player of the Game. Put a bow on our third particular volleyball match here today. It's the Region 1 quarterfinals. Again, your final Central Cass 3-0 over Sargent County here on your live event.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
We've been around long enough to know that research in the lab reaps rewards in the field. At the Cess van der Haaf Innovation Center, we're working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. We're dedicated to improving what we produce, so you can be too. Contact your local Cess van der Haaf dealer to learn about our varieties suited for your soils. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
As we come back here, it's now time to name our player of the game. Our player of the game brought to you in part by Enbridge Energy. Learn more on the completion of the Line 3 pipeline at Enbridge.com. That's Enbridge.com. So our Enbridge player of the game in this one, going to be tough to kind of take a particular player again for Central Cass. You had McKinnon with 6 kills to lead the floor. Delaney Cotton had 5. Jalen Cotton 4 kills, a couple of blocks. A Nelson with a couple of aces, a myriad of assists. Tori Richter again finished with over 1,000 career digs now on her career as a junior, and we heard from her with Joel Morgan just a moments ago. I think this is more of a team award for Central Cass than one particular player, whether it's a Delaney Cotton, a Claire Cotton. Fletchock came in, able to get a couple of aces as well in the rotation. Just a good balanced effort here by Central Cass and Alyssa Kozowski for Sargent County without question. Tip of the cap to Elena Beck. The senior will finish her final game with 10 kills, a block, and a couple of aces as well. Beck with no qualms about it, our Enbridge player of the game for Sargent County. So here's what's at stake in Region 1 next. Kindred and Richland will get things going in about 25 minutes or so will be the first serve here from Central Cass High School. Earlier today, Northern Cass led by Emma Lucas with 14 kills with a 3-0 win over Weimar Lidgewood. Hankinson 3-0 over Fargo Oak Grove. Kaya Malk was in double digits with kills. Tori Richter again over 1,000 career digs. 3-0 win over Sargent County. And coming up next, we'll have Kindred and Richland, as you see warming up there on the screen. Take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard in Region 2 for games earlier tonight up in Northwood High School. Number 1 Thompson 3-0 over Park River Fordville Lincoln. 4 seed Grafton gets by Cavalier 3-2, and number 2 seed Mayport CG over North Border 3-0 a final in that one. Some other scores coming in. Region 5, Grant County over Central McLean, 3-2. Henniger Scranton over Beulah, 3-1 out in Region 7. Langdon area Emor Munich, no problem with Nelson County out in Region 4. Again, the biggest, probably surprising score, just because Lemoore Litchfield Marion did beat Central Cass 3-0 earlier this year, and the quality of team the Lobos are. Strasburg Zeeland upended Lemoore Litchfield Marion 3-2, so a top 10 team in the final Class B poll goes out. That's been about the biggest score to kind of make note of across the way in Class B volleyball. Again, a final 25-20, 25-19, 25-17. Central Cass earns the win over Sargent County. Sargent County will see their season come to a close as they will finish the year 13-9-1. The Squirrels now 11-1 against Region 1 competition when it comes to the regular season, and alongside with the postseason here tonight, they'll find out who their player of the game, they'll find out who they'll play coming up later with Kindred and Richland. So that does it. On behalf of Reggie Funk running the camera and Joel Morgan, I'm Chase Miller. Make sure in just a few moments we'll get you ready for Kindred and Richland here on your live event. Thank you very much for tuning in to Central Cass and Sargent County. Squirrels win at 3-0 here on your live event.
Thank you.